That leads me to meltdown number 2 this week, which comes from another esteemed member of the IWC. And this one says, the John Cena promo didn't come from a wrestler. It came from 100% within John Cena. That was real. He has been holding this in for decades. Everything he said was fact. We don't deserve new music or a new look. We are the problem. I don't even know what the fuck this means. When I read this, I didn't know what this means. And every pretentious asshole who thinks that they understood this John Cena promo on some meta subconscious level is completely full of shit, right? All of these IWC dipshits who think John Cena is shooting on the audience. Y'all are all complete fucking idiots. Like, the promo was fine. Don't get me wrong. I have no issue with the direction that they're taking John Cena. It wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I'd prefer, but it's all good, right? This idea that Cena's mad at the crowd because for 25 years we joked about him being invisible and we yelled John Cena sucks. Got it. That's the direction we're going, right? It's okay. We could book John Cena to be a pussy boy. That's fine. It came off as a very bitchy promo. That's fine as well. I think it's that way by design, though. I in no way think this is John Cena letting out some kind of deep-rooted anger on the WWE audience, right? This is the safest way to book John Cena to not, you still have to appease the shareholders. So we keep the music. Yeah, people like the music. We keep the merch. People will still keep buying the merch. It'll become a thing, right? We just have to lay into him being mad at the crowd. It works. I'm not mad at it. It's not my favorite. There's still some things that need to be explained, though, to me. How does any of this explain John Cena aligning with The Rock, right? He took orders from The Rock. That's going to have to be addressed before we get to WrestleMania. How does this all align with John Cena attacking Cody Rhodes? Being mad at the people is one thing, sure, I understand. Why are you pissed off at Cody Rhodes? It seems maybe you would try to pull Cody to the side and mentor him a little bit, but being angry at Cody for what you did and how you sold out, that needs to be a little, it needs to be explained to me for me to fully get on board with kind of what's become a pretentious hipster heel turn. This is wrestling. It's not a Quentin Tarantino film. If I have to do all this investigating and look for sub-messaging with John Cena, I'm going to check out extremely quickly. I don't watch wrestling for the Bray Wyatt sub-level deep thinker shit, because that stuff didn't work. There's a reason that we're not seeing the Wyatt Six. There's a reason they pulled Alexa Bliss. It's because all this deep thinker shit, it appeals to a very small subculture of the internet wrestling community, but it doesn't work on the larger basis. We don't want to do puzzles. We don't want to dig into the psyche of John Cena's mind. You know what does work, though? Is what a Hulk Hogan did in NWO, coming out in the NWO shirt, coming out with a very different look. And I know that's generic, but that is what moves the casual audience. Now, I'm not saying John Cena can't get there, right? It's not a sprint. John Cena has the entire year to see how this plays out. But if this ends up being what I've read it could be, just a 2 to 3 month flash in the pan where Cena's angry at the crowd, then 3 months from now he has this makeup moment, it is going to feel like a little bit of bullshit. But like I said, this ultimately, to me, this kind of plays exactly into what I've been saying about Triple H for the last month or two, and that is that it's all safe. And let me explain. It all feels safe. It feels safe for Cody Rhodes, right? It feels safe for John Cena. It feels safe for WWE because nothing really changed. If you look at it, they got that crazy reaction that they wanted at Elimination Chamber. But nothing really changed, right? John Cena still got the t-shirts. He still got the music. He's still John Cena. There's still going to be John Cena fans. He may be a little bit of a bitch who's in his feelings right now, but apparently that is what WWE wants, and that is safe. Cody's going to be the good guy. Cody's going to be the hero. Cody doesn't have to worry about John Cena overshadowing him. That is safe. Like I said, I didn't hate this angle. It's an angle, right? And I'm all about being patient, and I'll let it play out. And in my initial reactions, I will tell you, were not great. I didn't love it. I think the crowd reacted great. I think that was the perfect overseas moment where they're just going to completely overreact. I think John Cena got unbelievable heat, which is what you want in this moment. But did they capitalize on it? That would be the question I asked, right? Like, I mean, John Cena heel merchandise would move. There's no question, right? New music would have had the internet going bananas this week. There's no question about that. Instead, it feels to me like this was the kind of, we could get the shock value moment, but we really don't want to lay in this because we really don't want to fully commit to John Cena being the heel at this point. It feels a lot like the Wyatt stuff, where, like I said, there's a subculture of the IWC that is telling everybody how nuanced this is, and this is like a deeper heel turn than we can understand, and that the casual fans are too stupid to understand it, and that John Cena is right about everything he said. Like, all right, we fucking get it, nerds. We get it. But at the end of the day, this is still scripted fighting in underwear, and I don't need Shakespeare. Like, I'll continue to pay attention, but I will admit I've lost a little bit of interest in this match heading into WrestleMania. I need to see what The Rock's role is in all of this. I need to see that they can keep cohesive messaging in the next 30 days. I need to see John Cena show up. I need them to flush out a story here, because on one hand, I am the guy who keeps defending The Rock for admitting that he's playing a character when he goes on Twitter. But then on the other hand, now you're trying to sell me on this story that, like, the real life actions of the crowd have affected John Cena and caused him to turn against them, right? There's a lot that he's, and I'm not saying they won't. I still have faith in Triple H that he can get me there. But my question now is really like, what is the end game? What is the way out? Because there always has to be a booking way out. This feels like a hard one to mend the fences on for John Cena, because if he doesn't fully commit, we will start to see through that shit very quickly. If he does fully commit, how do you get back to the light side? How do you get back to being babyface? Now, I know he can say all the bullshit he wants. I'm not a babyface. I'm not a heel. That's all great. That plays well with the IWC. But the reality is, you're a bad guy, and now you have to do bad guy things. And if you do, if John Cena plays this in the kind of Gunther way and plays it safe, it's going to be bad. Now, John Cena is a guy who, if he lays into this, if he really commits and they let him go all the way, John Cena could be one of the greatest heels of all time. There is no doubt in my mind. And that's why I still hold a level of optimism in this story. I'm just saying that chapter 1, night 1, page 1 didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. And I think there is a level of the IWC who has overreacted to this. I don't think there's a deeper meta story here. I think what this is, and if this is what this is, it will work perfectly. This is designed to create a superhero Cody Rhodes, once again, who Cody's best when he has insurmountable odds, right? Cody's best when he's chasing Roman Reigns. Now you ultimately find a way to have Cody Rhodes chase another legendary figure. And so I have a lot of questions. I reserve the right to touch on this at a later time as more information becomes available, but I think that the overreaction that there's some meta game going on here is just absolute bullshit.
Head down, we're ready to rumble. The casual pod don't stumble. No peace, no rest in this fight. Breaking it down under the spotlight. No forgiveness, never giving